Hello and welcome to a real quick tutorial on how to add an SSH key to your GitHub so that you can not have to deal with passwords and stuff like that when committing to Git. So the first thing you'll want to do is install Git Bash. I've got another video showing how to do that, so I'll assume that you already have it installed. And so the first thing we'll do once we have it open is cd into your .ssh directory, and if you don't have one, just go ahead and make it using the command mkdir.ssh. But I've already got one, so that it worked. And type in ls to see all of your keys, and so you probably don't have a key yet, and to make a key you have to run the command ssh-keygen and then hit enter, and this will generate a public and private key pair using RSA. So if you want it to just be at this default path, like in the case that you don't have a key already, go ahead and just hit enter. But if you want a custom key, go ahead and type in the name. So since I already have a few keys, I'll just name this one ID RSA test and then hit enter, and then it'll ask you for a password. Go ahead and type that in and it'll ask you again, and there, it should be created. And if you hit ls again, you should see that it does exist, ID RSA test and ID RSA test.pub. So this one's your private key and this one's the public key. This one should not be shared, but this one is just fine to be shared. So now we want to add the private key to your SSH agent, and the way to do that is by firstly starting the SSH agent by typing eval, then in these quotes SSH agent -s, and so that'll start it in the background. And then to add your new key, SSH-add, and then the name of your key. And then the passphrase, and then it'll say identity added, ID RSA test, blah blah blah. So there it's added to your bash SSH agent, but now we want to add it to our GitHub, so that GitHub knows that it's us when we make a commit or a pull over SSH. So to do that, I suggest that you run cat ID RSA test, well, whatever the file is that you named it, .pub, and that'll print out this big bunch of letters. So go ahead and copy those. I'm going to copy those letters, and then move to your GitHub, and up here in the top right you should see your profile. Click settings and go down here to SSH and GPG keys. Hit new SSH key, and you can call it whatever you want. We'll say test key, and then paste the key in, add SSH key, and it'll ask you to enter your password, and there it is. That is the key. So that's how to add an SSH key to GitHub. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And good luck pulling and pushing to GitHub.